Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's DC Movie News.
Oh, you don't know.
I don't know about this.
You don't know.
Can I put it up there?
Yeah, you have to.
I ain't know nothing about
Otherwise,
this.
it's rude.
This is new. It's new for me.
Ready? Get ready.
Are you ready? You know what to do?
Get ready.
Boom! Blow it up, blow it up.
I don't know anything.
I know nothing. Just like Jon Snow, you know nothing.
Now you know.
I'm with it. I'm with it now.
All the people on iTunes are like, what the F is happening? Well, switch over to YouTube if you want to see our intro. That's on you.
Yeah.
Although we appreciate you guys just as much and love you iTunes listeners. Okay, I have a feeling we're going to get some crap today because usually in the comments, if we aren't talking about facts, people are like, what is this, DC movie rumors?
And this week it is.
That is what all trolls sound like in my head. Like
that
kind of
don't.
like a grandfather.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the rumor show?
They sound like an actual troll.
Every
on
troll
the
sounds
bridge.
like that. That's how it sounds.
Let me out from under here to troll you.
Like, I'm waiting on this bridge. I'll tune in, but I'm still, I don't know about that.
So I'm letting you know right now, there will be rumors talked about on this show. Sometimes there's just not enough news to go around.
Agreed.
But before we get to that, I am Roxy Striar, which means that I'm not Adam Gertler or Johnny LaQuasto or Mike Kalinowski for that matter, all of whom are on very serious DC business.
My goodness.
Secret missions.
Secret missions.
all around.
It's very covert stuff going on.
Do you think
right
I
now.
used whom properly? All of whom? All of
Yes.
whom?
Whom is
All
hard.
of
Whom and
is
whomever.
hard.
That's a hard place to put it. Wait, who knows where to put whom or whoever or whatever.
Who knows?
Maybe
That's wrong.
The
pretty
person making the amazing puns over there on the other side of the table, cosplay extraordinaire, Elena, bring the pain on Jordan.
I'm Elena, bring the pain on Jordan, and I want people to use my full name because no one does.
Why don't they listen to
I don't
us?
know, but I like it. Roxy gave me that nickname, and it's my favorite.
It's very cute.
So
I like it a
rude.
lot. I actually really like
Doesn't
it.
she just look like somebody who brings the
Bring
pain
the
on?
pain on.
Like her tiny little blonde
They
self.
created a word for her name, though. I like it. Like, Payna is pretty good.
Well,
though.
yeah.
pain doesn't rhyme with Elena. So-
Elaine, bring the pain.
Yeah, but I'm not going to
but I'm
change
not
her
her
name.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I like it personally.
Yada, yada, yada. Return to the Mac right here, Mr. Evan Mack in the house.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me, man. It is I, Evan Mack, the last black son of Krypton, by the way.
Wow, didn't
Yes.
know there was one left.
See, a lot of people don't know about that.
Look
See,
at you.
There's in the projects in the Krypton, and then when everybody's worried about the rich kid floating off, there was a little black kid in the projects, and he went off in his little ghetto ship, and he flew to Earth as well.
Can you just quickly describe for me what the projects of Krypton actually look like?
Yeah.
It's dark. It's
dark.
dank.
Are we
It
going to
is
see that on the
moist.
sci-fi series Krypton? Are you
That's
thinking?
what I've been pulling for.
Damn.
The last black son of Krypton is real. It is
I would watch that show.
Right? The project of Krypton is dark.
You don't know who listens to this show. Somebody might take that and steal it from you.
If y'all take my idea,
2019 projects of Krypton, and you're like, what?
All I'm asking for is 5% of everything y'all make.
Okay, if we can have a Krypton at the same time as having a Metropolis, we can also have a Black Projects of Krypton.
Black
Why
Project of
not?
Krypton.
Why not?
For sure. And of course, as always, we have Anthony in the booth who helps us along and keeps us
Yo,
sane.
what up, Ant?
We still need a name. We still need a cool name. Marvel Movie News is crushing us with your name.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. And Anthony. It's like
Yeah. We don't see it's not fair because we don't have a character whose name is Aunt something.
Yeah.
Like that's not on us.
Well, you know
true.
what? We have Aunt Lucia, who made the DC Bombshell characters. He's
Look
a
at
comic
you.
book artist. That's
This
as
is
close as we got for
so
DC.
Oh, are we calling
So
him Aunt?
Anthony
Lucia,
it doesn't work. That's just
yeah.
another person.
I see
Anthony-
where you were
It doesn't work.
going.
She
It
had the right
doesn't.
idea. Her heart was
I
in the
got
right place.
excited that we have an aunt. We do have an
Aunt.
uncle.
That's still not quite. Still not quite. You guys in the chat. All right, right now, Krypton Born 1 in the chat saying call him Alfred or Aunt Fred. Aunt Fred could be, but Aunt Fred kind of sounds like a venereal disease. Like,
Aunt
oh, I
Fred
cut that
doesn't
Aunt
sound-
Fred.
But he's right though, because he's kind of like he does things and he's in our ear. He's
But
like
Aunt
that.
Fred just makes me think of like an Aunt Fred. Like this is like
yeah,
my,
think
my
about it, though.
aunt. Her name is Fred.
Ooh, unfortunate for Aunt Fred. bummer for her that her name was. Yeah.
Maybe it's because I have an Aunt Red. I don't know.
Fred.
Red's kind of a dope name.
like
It
that
is.
Totally different. Like Orange is
we've
the New
gone-
Black
I'm
style.
glad you use dope. I'm glad you still use the
got off the
word
rails.
dope because everyone says I can't use dope anymore, and you just
Why?
use dope. People be hating on me. They say I'm like, well, okay, 1990s called. They want the word back. I'm like, really?
And then you say to them?
That's
Nope.
nope. Because
Nope.
I'm gonna keep saying dope.
Dope.
And that's what the Pope advised.
Yep.
And-
I
And
couldn't-
here's
you guys-
some rope
you
so
guys
you
had a
can
thing,
hang
you
that
rhymed.
discrepancy.
I just
feel
wanted to be
it's very
part of it.
It's very Dr. Seuss. We're going
Hope?
on right now.
No.
Yes.
No.
And-
Anthony, your turn. Throw it out there, or you're not part of the cool kids right now.
What do we hope?
I already did Hope, Anthony.
So don't mope.
Yeah.
All right, none of this is DC
No.
related.
And Fred.
As I'm watching the numbers in the chat.
Shout out to
drop.
Aunt Fred. I'm making it stick. Aunt Fred.
All right, let's talk about the part of this that is not Rumorville
What's
right
up?
now.
What's up?
Shazam. I'm
Yeah.
so
It's
sad
true.
Johnny isn't here to talk about this because you know how much he loves Sandberg. Like it's his legit favorite human being.
I'm excited.
Shazam has started.
Mm-hmm.
Shazam has started production. Pony Smasher has tweeted out and Instagrammed out, whatevered out about it. And I'm sure Johnny is off somewhere liking that stuff, like trying to see if you can find more than just a heart on Instagram, like a heart with a bear hug around it and giving a bag of blood.
Yes.
That sounds weirder than I actually mean
Yeah.
it. That's just what Johnny is all about. I can't believe that this movie's actually happening.
Unbelievable.
Like it was the movie, the little
so
engine that couldn't
excited.
for
Right,
so long.
right. And you know what? With films, it's like it can be like on the cutting room floor for the longest time, and then the right writers get along, and then the right director gets cast, and all of a sudden like, okay, all right, we got an idea, we got a script, we're gonna make the movie, and then all of a sudden it's like DC trying. I like DC because they're trying different things. They're making movies that you really wouldn't think would get made. I didn't see Shazam getting made either. Like I don't know if ever. And
I really thought it was a joke they were playing on us for
Honestly.
quite some time.
Honestly.
Like The Rock had called them and been like, wouldn't it be funny
Right.
if we announced this at the end of the slate and I just pretended I was going to be in it for a long time, but
Right.
then wasn't?
like April Fools or something like that.
Yeah.
But hey, here we are.
Wait, as a random side note, I woke up today and was like, oh my God, it's April Fool's Day. Like, I'm on guard. And then I was like, wait a second.
It's
We're in
February.
February. Like, I
You leapt
legitimately
ahead.
thought we were at
You had your
April
own
Fool's.
flashpoint.
Hilarious.
You need to
It was,
calm down,
it was
Roxy.
the
was
first
very
thing that happened.
flashpoint.
Yeah, I flash
Stop
pointed
running
myself.
so fast. You ran
See,
4 months
Can you
into
make
the future.
that? Can you make that joke again in like 4 more story points so that I can
Yes.
use it as a
we
transition?
can
There
bring
you
it up.
go.
Yeah,
there
bring
we
it up
go.
again in context.
This one though, I like the picture that we have because we got their code name.
Yeah.
I've
So we know
seen that.
Shazam's. We know your secrets now.
Doesn't it not work as a code name when everybody knows the code
Okay,
name?
so this is what I thought was so funny. Their code name is Franklin for Shazam, which it's like, okay, I wouldn't have guessed that
Right.
one. There's some random ones, like when Spider-Man was going, theirs was
Yeah.
Fiona's tail.
Yeah, it'll be something like Heartthrob Express,
All right,
and it's
so-
like
Yeah,
Green
my
Lantern
favorite
movie.
though, Ant-Man was Bigfoot, but all of their hold tags and everything for all their props had a little picture of an ant on it.
That's
and we're
very
like, you're
interesting.
not clever.
Not
we get
clever, not
it.
clever
We
at all.
get it.
I actually think that's really clever, so I don't know where that puts me.
I don't. Well,
Not the
why
si-
my
Fiona's
favorite.
tail?
That one was the weirdest. I don't know, but Captain America: Winter Soldier was Frostbite.
Yes.
I was like, that one I'm into.
My friend was a stand-in on there. He always reminds me he's a stand-in on here. Shout out to my boy. He was great at though, but he was
You're gonna say shout out to him, but then you're not gonna give his name.
I can't give his name quite yet. You know what I
Oh.
mean? I'm like this. He's a special
Oh,
friend.
you're building it up.
I'm gonna build my friend up. You know,
Special friend,
he's my
like-
man. He's my man. He's my bestie. You know what I mean? You gotta build up the bestie. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jordan, man. I love you, man. What's going on, boy?
For a little bit, I was like, oh, he forgot his friend's name. It's so sad.
Oh, that's my bestie, man. That's my bestie.
Is it? He's your special friend.
But he was Steve Rogers stand-in, just to let you know. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
right.
awesome.
So your bestie must be quite the looker then.
He's kind of good looking. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
But
You
was
know.
he his stand-in?
He's single too. If you wanna, if you single.
Like,
he's single.
was he CGI stand-in when he was scrawny as hell, or was he like
My-
after?
this first of all, this
That
is.
is the question with Steve Rogers' first or
I am,
second part
ladies.
of
I
the
will not
movie.
let you besmirch the good name of my man Jordan. I ain't gonna let him do it.
I just don't know. It was an honest question.
He was in jacked up mode, ladies. He was in jacked mode. I
So
promise.
this is pretty cool because Sandberg has really let us in on this process from start to finish. Like, how many Coca-Colas am I drinking a day? To what action figures are on my desk? To what is actually happening for effects. And I was kind of surprised they released this video.
Right.
Not that it was that insane of a video,
But
but
still.
just like I usually feel like everybody's, don't let them know what we're doing. Don't open the curtain. Like that kind of thing.
Really are.
Anthony, if we can check that out.
Speaking of stand-ins,
DJ.
there
Yeah.
you go.
Oh, DJ Ant.
But because it's only 3 cameras, we only see one side.
So this is not what
Imagine if that's what your back looked
this
like.
is only
Just
three.
like didn't exist.
Just didn't exist.
That's
That
correct.
is what my back looks
Oh.
like. That's why I need to do some squats.
And we're
It's
loading.
sad.
No, that is not true.
I'm reminded every time I turn around, Roxy. Thanks for pointing it out.
Them squats are a doozy though.
I hope there are people who, because I usually find these videos are only seen by us like obnoxious industry people
Right,
who are
right.
like, aha, yes, aha, that's the
Right.
method in which you are going.
The lighting, I see the
it's
way
cool
you're
that
going with this. Interesting.
But I hope that some kid in like the Midwest who doesn't know that much about film and is just sitting there sees that and is like, wow, the magic of filmmaking.
Right.
It's so cool that they're
Technically,
able to do it.
the black magic of filmmaking, because he's like,
But,
we shot these
shh.
all on the Black Magic Pro, and then also, but then they're talking about the
That's great.
Alexas too. So I'm like, at this point, they're just bragging about the gear.
Well,
Seriously.
you know, maybe the Black Magic was for their natural light shoots. Maybe that Alexa
There you
had
go.
some indoor stuff. You don't know.
Either way,
how
it's gonna look
obnoxious
good.
are we?
God, I can't.
Okay, so this is a rumor that I don't know why we're talking about again, because I feel like we've talked about it 17 times on the show, but the reason we keep doing it is that it's in the news every week as if it's a new rumor.
I don't
every week.
understand why this is even a surprise.
That Superman to appear in Shazam.
I thought that's a given, because if you read
think so?
Shazam, the whole point is that Billy is obsessed with Superman and he wants to be Superman. So it would make sense that Superman would be in it. And everyone's like, do you think they're going to find some way to incorporate Superman?
Okay,
and I'm
but-
like, very
Sure.
easily, by picking up the comics and referencing what is directly in the comic,
I'm
because they talk
only-
about Superman.
But I'm only in on this if he is referenced as in, and I don't remember who pitched this on the show, but this is how it should be done. Somebody here, credit to whoever you were, to his friend Jordan. What was his name?
Shout out to my boy Jordan.
Jordan.
What's up,
Yeah,
boy?
Jordan, you did this. he needs to be on a TV screen or something, and Billy Batson needs to be watching him
That's
and be
what I'm
like,
thinking,
"Oh
yeah.
my God, that's my hero."
That's clever.
Because I think that what I don't want to see is Superman and Shazam. I want
I
to
don't
see
think
him with Billy
Superman's gonna
Batson.
like
Right.
high five him. I think it's gonna be him watching him on the screen, and then maybe at some point, like Billy will see Superman in real life and be excited.
Right.
But
A
I
lot-
don't think it's gonna be Shazam and Superman team up.
A lot of people are looking at this like it's going to be how Hulk makes an appearance in Thor. What,
Okay.
like, you know, and
Okay.
I don't want that. This is not a team up movie of
Yeah.
Shazam and
Yeah.
Superman, and they're not going to do that.
You're thinking
think they're
about
gonna
like
do that.
making it a standalone, like Shazam film. Like it has to
Yeah.
feel like a standalone.
Well, because why Shazam then if we have Superman?
Correct.
Yeah.
Why do we? Why?
Would you prefer it like would it bother you if it was like how Tony Stark was in Spider-Man? Like that much of Superman, would that bother you? Or?
Well, it's still the interaction part, like, because I don't think I want Shazam interacting with Superman. I
The
want
whole point
Billy
is-
Batson
yeah.
being like, "Oh my God, one day."
Well, gee whiz.
It's about the
Yeah.
idolization, not
Yes.
about an actual mentor. If Superman is
Right.
mentoring Shazam, then that takes
Right,
the whole
right, right.
dynamic out. The whole point is that it's you are becoming what you idolize, and then having the discrepancy of what you think it's going to be like, and then the harsh reality of what it actually is like, and all of this being encapsulated into a kid.
Yes,
true.
yes. I just don't know why it continues to be every
News.
week a news item, and we're doing it. So
Yeah.
you know, we make the rundown. It's not like somebody forced me to talk about this, but I'm
still.
talking about it because it's in the news
It's in the
every
news
week.
every
Yeah.
week, and they're like, "Do you think it's going to happen?" And I'm like, "I feel fairly certain it's going to happen."
Yeah, you got Henry Cavill on the contract. You better use that man while you
Yeah.
got him. You better use him up.
Seattle KO says, "I hope Superman is cleanly shaven too."
Oh, come
Oh
on.
my God, can you
Mustache
imagine if
gates.
Superman
He'd
comes
never get
down
away
with
from
just
it.
gnarly Western mustache and he's like, "What's up, Billy? Be whatever you want, even if it's a cowboy in the sky."
I mean, honestly,
Glorious.
that would be taking a page out of Thor Ragnarok's book, and I wouldn't mind the humor there. Like if
so good if they trolled the
if they
fans.
trolled them, yes.
Oh my,
Oh my God, I'd be
gosh.
all about it.
Can you imagine?
Like if they could just be self-aware enough to know that they should mention Mustache Gate
Yes.
again
Yes.
in every film.
Mustache Gate is
every-
real.
Like
man.
basically what Deadpool did about Green
Oh,
Lantern,
they trolled it.
they should be doing.
Yes.
4 or 5 times.
Yes.
7.
Yeah, you know what
12,
I mean?
50.
You gotta just,
That should be the
Just-
marketing. They should just have mustache stickers that just
Yeah.
have an S on them and just
Yeah, I need-
send them out
Everywhere.
I need
or
Superman doing like
razors.
Superman do like a Norelco commercial. Like Superman does like a Norelco
for a
commercial.
super clean shave.
Wow.
That'd be so
Wait,
good.
I'm not being. I'm serious at this point. Like at this point, I'm actually
Henry
thinking we're
Cavill
brilliant.
would sell so many razors.
He really would.
Gillette, where are you at?
Gillette. Come on now. I want 5% of
the
that
best
too. I want 5%
Superman
of
can
that.
get.
Yeah.
Would
What?
just change your entire.
Don't get any ideas. You take any of our ideas from this show.
Like
5%.
if it's a serious moment, and Henry Cavill's sitting there and like, guys, you don't want what happened to me to happen to you. You don't understand what it's like to live with this kind of pressure for a
mustache gate.
year. People wouldn't let it go. On Twitter, they were harassing me. Like,
Absolutely unbelievable.
Gillette razors.
Hey Henry, we must ask you a question.
Beautifully shot film. They're
But,
like facial hair.
Oh gosh, Ralph
What a
5. He
hairy
meets Billy
situation.
in No Shave November, like No Shave November.
Oh,
God.
I like that. I like these people.
Yeah, they're great. These
These
are
fans chiming in are clever.
our homies in the chat are our favorite people ever.
like
We
them,
love
I
them. Let's talk about the fact that we might be talking about something soon.
Excited.
Yes, our news is that there is some news coming in about 2 weeks.
Don't you
maybe.
love news that there is news to come? Nightwing movie update might be coming in
So
February.
excited.
Maybe they didn't realize that it's not April Fool's yet either.
But
Like,
see,
I think that they know. I think at this point they're just like, we can do whatever we want, and you guys will freak out about it
'cause
because
I'm-
you're still
I'm
talking
freaking
about
out.
Superman maybe being in Shazam.
I seen the picture on the
Yeah.
rundown, and I almost like I could have almost started convulsing. I was like, it's not, but what's happening?
yeah.
I freaked out. So they're right. They can do whatever
They
want.
can really do whatever they want. So a fan asked about a possible release date, and McKay said that he couldn't quite offer one up yet, but that fans should tune in around Valentine's Day for
Chris.
more information.
Christopher.
Like,
Which
I feel like we're going to tune in on around Valentine's Day, which, by the way, is around Valentine's Day the 7th through the 20th?
You
Like,
already know.
what's around?
You already know.
How around is around?
it depends on if you're in a relationship or not.
That
I
is
think.
so true.
That's true.
Because getting a present around Valentine's Day and
Hey.
getting a present on Valentine's Day are
Yeah.
two very different things.
Don't talk.
Very
Don't talk to any
different
bitter
Which,
single people about
By
this.
the way,
for
I
real.
gotta say, have you guys been doing any Valentine's Day shopping yet?
Do I have to?
Gross.
Well, if you haven't, you know who you should hit up? Movement.
Oh, then I definitely will.
Segue.
They're
Yes.
so great. They actually, Movement Watches was founded on the belief that style shouldn't break the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're looking for Valentine's Day presents for him or for her, go online right now because they have you set. They have amazing glasses, watches. They even have gift boxes.
Need
and
it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm obsessed with this company. They cared so much. They actually, people from the company talked to us on the phone and they were like, let's tell you our story.
Real people?
Yeah, real people.
I need it.
Two guys, everything was too expensive. All these watches, they like nice things, but it was too much money. We're going to make just as nice watches, but they're not going to be as expensive, and we're going to do it for the people. And it was like, I'm in. I'm so in.
Sold.
Yeah, completely.
They're just amazing. Every single one of their styles is so great, and they're so diverse looking too. They're awesome. And if you guys want, you can even get 15% off today.
Yes, please.
Just for being DC Movie News fans.
Word.
With, here's the best part, free shipping and free returns.
I'm obsessed with free shipping.
Don't sleep on free shipping.
Free.
No,
It's my favorite
You're
amount
not
of money
gonna
to
want
spend.
return it, but yeah, free. Yeah, free shipping
Free
is
is
everything.
the best number.
Free.
You can go to mvmt.com/DCmovie. That's mvmt.com/DCmovie. 15% off today. Free shipping, free returns. Join the movement.
I
Join
have
it.
a new watch coming from them that is black and gold, and a bangle that goes next to it, and the combo is just like freaking perfect. I'm obsessed.
I'm so excited because I
Stepping up
got
my
a
style
new watch
game.
to match their glasses that I got that are kind of like the white, like opally looking ones.
Are you feeling left out?
I am, because I'm just new to this movement thing.
Yeah,
and,
well, join the movement.
And I have
Join the
no,
movement.
like, I have this pretty thing coming. I have this awesome thing coming. I'm like, I just found out about the website.
well,
That was my Valentine's Day for myself. So you can, there's self-love.
Like
Buy
the-
yourself
There's nothing
presents.
wrong with that at
the
all.
Treat yourself.
ultimate
Treat
Galentine's Day is just you
Yes.
as a gal.
I am my
Day.
favorite Galentine every year.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Sad.
Like,
I
y'all,
take that back. That
y'all
just
take
sounds
that
sad.
holiday off. Ladies should take that holiday off. Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, going back to McKay.
Anyway, going back to McKay's Valentine's Day present
So
for us.
at least you can guarantee yourself a watch by Valentine's Day. We can't even
True.
guarantee what this news is that's coming out maybe around Valentine's Day.
because he told us that it's too early for casting. So we're like, okay, so
That's
what do you got
devastating.
for us?
Like,
What do you got for us, McKay?
Yeah,
Like an idea or anybody? You have anybody in mind?
I don't. I don't know.
I want Dylan O'Brien. I saw.
I love him. Maze Runner, me too.
And
He's
it's
great.
Death Cure. So good. He would be perfect.
He's
He'd be
great.
Here's my shameless plug. I did on my YouTube channel, which I didn't know I had until I found out everybody with a Gmail had one. Who knew?
Fun fact.
So I started uploading some video reviews, and I did one for Maze Runner, and I'm not wearing any pants.
Hey.
But it's not sexy. It's not. I'm in a big old sweatshirt, and I was so lazy, and I didn't want to get any. But I figured, I was like, I might as well use that to drive the people
Pantsless
here.
review.
Drive that
Pantsless
traffic,
review.
girl.
Hey, you
But-
know what? That movie scared the pants off you.
Ba-dum.
Rimshot.
Dylan O'Brien is excellent, and he would be a
He
great
would be
choice.
a great Nightwing.
It's a good idea. That's a good idea.
All
That's a good thought.
seriousness,
I did the
what?
Teen Wolf after show, and I was like, Team
That's
Styles.
some good stuff.
Yeah, she
Watched,
does.
man, I like that kid a lot, actually. Watched him in American Assassin. I was like,
I know he's
this
so
kid
good.
is kind of good.
Even when the things around him are not good,
I was like, this
he
dude's
is really good.
He was good in that Google movie.
Well,
There's
very
no
excited
way we're
for
getting
him.
a casting announcement.
No way.
I don't even think we're going to get a date. He said more
He even
information.
said that it's way too early for casting.
What could more information be? More information could be that I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
That is more information.
Like, how many Coke cans do you have on your desk, McKay? Give us something.
I love the idea.
They
though.
totally could be trolling us at this point.
This is how you do it, though. This is how you get people like us talking, because we're talking about it, and
How-
we're excited about it, and we want it to happen, and we want news, we want information from Christopher.
How do
Tell
you
us
say,
something, Chris. Okay.
This is. Oh, I like what you did there. This is how we do it. How do you say this is how we do it without singing it? I've never.
I can't.
This is how we do it.
Impossible.
Speaking of doing it, okay, that was a bad transition. Flashpoint.
Flashpoint does it like nobody does.
Does it though? Flashpoint just keeps kind of changing its mind.
Well, that is kind of the point of Flashpoint, is to change things. So.
Well, yeah, but no, it's not changing its mind like it's changing the current course. It just kind of.
it keeps switching up what it wants to be.
Yeah.
I do like,
Right.
though, that they say now that there is going to be definitive differences in the characters, and we are going to see a sharp change. And they even said that we're going to see Wonder Woman fighting with Aquaman for Battle of Land and Sea.
Yeah.
I want them to go the full, like, I want them to go dark Wonder Woman, where the Flashpoint changes where Aquaman and Wonder Woman get together, and
bold.
she murders Hela.
It's bold.
Ooh.
Well,
But then how do you want to get us out?
Or Mira. She murders Mira
Yeah.
and then steals.
You didn't want her to cross over to Thor and
I
murder
don't know why I
Hela?
said Hela. I was like, y'all just let that go. Thank you.
I was just assuming
Mira.
that people were like, no, we
They're
filled
like,
in the
no,
blanks.
we know,
Yeah.
we know. She's bringing hell to Mira.
How do you think that's going to affect, the TV show's version and the movie version? How do you think it's going to, or if you think it's going to affect it all? You think it's going to be standalone, or is it going to be, you're going to reinvent some things? You're going to take some things? What do you think that's going to do as far as the show and the movie?
I mean, I'm hoping that it's going to be one of those things where it resets and then he has to reset it back. But then...
Well, he's going to have to, because we can't just let that be. We can't just live
Exactly.
in Flashpoint forever.
Exactly, but I'm hoping that when it resets back, that the changes will be significant enough that there was a purpose in doing Flashpoint.
Right.
Ooh, wouldn't it be amazing? I guess it wouldn't work. Well,
Finish your thought!
I know they said that they're not doing anything like this, but I just think it'd be incredible if somehow, in order to get back, we have to go into the Speed Force where we find Barry Allen, Grant Gustin Barry Allen,
Sick.
and there's like at least a tiny, at least there's like, because I know I'm not the only one who loves Grant Gustin as
He
Barry
is
Allen.
I love Grant
I am not the only one, and I'm sorry,
Love at
but
first
he
sight.
is my Barry. Ezra is not yet, and maybe
Love
he'll
at
prove
first
it.
sight. I mean, I fell in love, man.
Right. So, like, if we could have, I don't know, maybe he needs his help in the Speed Force. I don't know why I'm
Oh.
doing this. This is kissing. But I
That'd
don't
be
mean them. I'm not trying to make them kiss. I'm just trying to figure it out, mold them.
That would be amazing.
Shaping the idea
man.
into a flash.
I like that.
Again, for you iTunes
That's how my
listeners.
World of Warcraft
what?
character dances.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Backslash
We're
dance.
doing the Enchantress now. We didn't
Now-
even know.
Oh, we didn't
Man,
even need
that-
to.
that
We're
gi-
back
that-
into the Enchantress.
That gyrations right there, whoa.
Yeah.
She was over there, she's like pulsating. She's
She
like
was
freezes. And
so weird. Zias Bilu says, nice idea, Roxy, but that ain't happening.
he's
Dog 96 Soldier says, Grant Gustin is awful. Well, sir,
Listen,
you and I
listen.
disagree.
Listen. You have to tell me why he's awful. You can't just say he's awful. You gotta give me.
Yeah, we cannot
PowerPoint.
take that for granted.
I need bullet points.
Greg says, keep the TV shows away from the films. Okay, they are, but why not just one quick? I'm not saying an hour long of the movie. I'm just saying 5 minutes. Like, what up, Grant?
That's it. And everyone will be like, oh my God.
It would be awesome, but it won't happen.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Because it would be too distracting. Nobody would focus on the rest of the thing. They would all be like, oh yeah, now I'm thinking about this other world.
Yeah, that's a possibility. We would all freak out for like 5 seconds though.
See, I was expecting
We
more
would freak
support.
out for like 5 seconds.
Not at all.
I was expecting
Your idea was good.
It was solid. It was solid. I would like it.
Senior Nerd says, well then, don't watch Flashpoint. That is valid. I guess I shouldn't complain about things. I should just not see them if I don't want to. And I am excited for Flashpoint, as I'm excited for all films. I'm excited to see what they do with Batman and Joker and all of the people that we like,
Absolutely.
like Negan. That's just what I call him now, because Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It's so sad that after all the work he's done, I think of him as
some
Negan.
steady work.
Yeah.
I'm just like Sam and Dean's dad.
Yo.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Tough look from the
Yo,
crowd.
Jeffrey
over
Dean,
here
I got
at
you, boy. I
DC.
got you, boy. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I got you.
So we did
I
get
want a
a.
Harley Negan crossover where Jeffrey Dean Morgan is Joker and they both have bats.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whose bat do you
Ladies.
think you could kick some more booty with? It's gotta be
and then
Lucille,
it's a bat,
right?
bat. Oh, Batman bat. Oh my gosh, so many
You are
puns. I'm so
thinking
into
outside
this.
the box.
Wait, I do
girl.
feel like this should be a post. Like
I want to
you
make
gotta
this
use some
happen. I'm
kind
going
of-
to turn this into a cosplay. Okay, boom. This is going to happen
the
at
Negan-
Comic-Con
the
this
Negan
year.
Harley
I'm making it.
Quinn? Oh,
Yeah.
Negan, Harley Quinn, and then
Killing
bat.
With the
Batman,
Batman
bat.
I'm doing it.
Oh, I dare you.
I'm doing it.
Double dare you.
I'm doing it.
triple
You guys
bat,
will see
double
it.
dare.
You'll see it at Comic-Con this year. I'm going to debut
Sick.
it. You heard it here. Heard it
Double
now.
dare, triple
That's a hot
bat.
take right there. That's exclusive news, right? That's breaking news.
I need a
Speaking
Joker Glenn.
breaking news, the new Flash poster was revealed.
Yeah.
Also, there was a couple other posters that I think got revealed too. If we're skipping around here, what do you guys think about this?
I think the posters should have come out before the movie. This is
Agreed.
amazing marketing.
Agreed.
I think it's stunning.
It's gorgeous.
Love it.
It is gorgeous.
I wish that this had been their marketing instead of those weird photoshopped like cartoon background with the live action people.
Yeah.
I was like, this is brilliant. This would have made a lot more people go see the movie, I think.
Perfect, yeah.
We got the Aquaman and Cyborg posters that were revealed as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
All these.
That's awesome.
They look like I'm in the 70s and I'm about to put on a record.
Very
This makes me
psychedelic.
think though about like 1970s horror movie almost. The
Yeah.
Aquaman one is. I was like, it feels a little too Friday the 13th to
Anthony,
me.
what you got?
Is anyone else getting Star Wars vibes?
Little
Kinda.
Star
Yeah,
Wars,
yeah,
little
yeah.
Star Wars.
But the-
Sleep on Star Wars.
Aquaman on Tatooine.
You mean the
DJ.
original trilogy Star Wars?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
None other.
I don't like sand. It's coarse. I still love him. I can't even
like that
deny
song,
it.
bro.
I love that. I just think like
was
those
awesome.
they're brilliant. They should have
Yeah.
done this marketing.
Love it.
This is a random comment, but just because I'm looking at the cyborg picture, purple's an underrated color.
Listen,
It's my favorite color.
especially for men to wear. They be sleeping on purple, man.
Yeah.
So, like, purple it can be very masculine if coupled.
That's how I'm feeling.
With the right
I have an
stuff.
entire purple wall in my living room
Talking about.
with a bunch of records all over it too.
That look like this. You should print these and make them the same
That
size
would
as
look
records.
awesome.
It look awesome.
You got to get this one on the purple wall.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
am
love
getting,
that.
And the last one I was getting more Star Wars vibes. Not anymore, Anthony. They've gone away. Now we like sand again. Yeah, and
Yeah,
back.
specifically the Aquaman one.
Yeah, the Aquaman looks very Star Warsy.
The shape of his head with his Triton is like kind of looks like a weird. His
all that
doesn't
Momoa
look
hair.
like a person as much.
It's all that
Like a
Momoa
mountain.
hair. It's all that luxurious
Yeah.
head and shoulders hair he got going on.
It almost looks like an animal. Like those are the antlers, and then he's got a rocky, furry animal. You know?
Yeah, a
Describe
rocky
that
furry
perfectly.
animal.
Whatever.
Jason Momoa.
That's how I feel about it. Moving on. Anybody else? So sick of hearing about the Zack Snyder release cut, his cut of Justice League.
You know, and it's interesting because I hear a lot of the fanboys, especially the guys I talk to that are like, you know, they're DC
Jordan.
fans, you know. Yo, what's up, boy? What's going on? And they're always like, this cut's gonna be the better movie. This is the cut we should have seen originally. I was hearing that when I was leaving the premiere of the movie. Like,
Were these the same people who, after BVS, were like, Snyder's the worst.
Yep.
I'm done with him.
Yep.
Get out of here, Sneider.
the exact same people that were talking that trash were the same people that's hit me up like, oh man, the Zack Snyder cut's gonna be it's all Evan.
So there was weird things this week. They were talking about how the cut is actually further along than we thought it might have been, like closer to getting released. And then I guess somebody wrote an article about this, and Zack Snyder gave it a thumbs up on Twitter, and then people were like, that's him confirming. He's confirmed that it's here.
On Vero.
Oh, on Vero. Yeah.
It's
One
like weird
emoji.
social media that I don't even know what it is.
It's just like, what is happening to life where when a studio spends millions of dollars on a movie that you don't like, you think you can just pound your fist on the table for long enough to be like, actually, give me another one.
That's one of my problems with the extreme fanboys and fangirls out there. Like, guys, like that's crazy.
They're not going to do it. They're not
just-
going to do it.
You can't just get anything you want anytime you want.
But we're
I still
millennials.
mentioned,
Why
though-
not?
I know, right? I still think it's so funny because a lot of people didn't notice, but my favorite part of Justice League is the opening credits when Joss Whedon's name comes up and the homeless man has the sign that says "I tried."
Oh, that's so
That's
good.
the opening credits. I was
so
like,
good.
damn, Whedon. Oh, you did that. You did that at the start. Oh.
I tried. Oh God.
The same people that are giving we were actually talking about the people that they'll still go see the movie anyway type of person. Like if you really want to see change, you would have to stop just watching movies in its entirety. But
That's what this person in the chat was telling me. You need to just stop. Don't see Flashpoint then. I'm like, but I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, no, but you're not hating to the point that you don't want to watch
No,
it though.
no,
You know
no,
what I
no.
mean? Like it's like, I'm done. If DC does this, I'm done.
People think that I'm negative sometimes, but I'm actually a massive super fan who
Yeah.
just like is obsessed with these things, and so
Yeah.
I like to nitpick because it's kind of fun for me.
It's kind of fun.
So just
And it's fun to come up with your own like alternate storylines.
That's all it is. But it's not. That's not you saying if they don't do this.
I like,
Exactly.
I
That's
like
saying that-
Ivan Soto. They're forking hypocrites about the people who go to these things. Really? That's the time that we're not going to swear?
Shout out to
you
your boy.
forking hypocrites. You
See-
tell Jordan he's a forking
Yo,
hypocrite.
Jay, he ain't doing it. That's yo, what's up, boy?
Yeah, you know it's him. We know Jordan.
Yo, what up, Jay?
He won't hate on it, but we will. Let's talk Man of Steel 2. Well, let me ask you guys this question before we talk about this, actually. Would you want to direct Man of Steel 2?
Would I personally?
Yes.
I personally would love to because then people would know anything that I had ever done. But if I was an established
If you were
director,
if you were an
Yeah.
established director.
See, this is the thing. Like, we're talking about my breakout. Evan
Yeah.
Max on the scene. Last Black Son of Krypton gets to make his first movie about the last son of Krypton. Then yes. But if I'm like a Zack Snyder or Christopher Nolan or Wes Anderson, whoever, no.
basically,
no.
if I'm Robert Zemeckis, no.
No.
If I'm Stephen DeKnight, maybe.
Why not? Yeah. Why
Good
not?
transition there.
Yeah, that's
with Steven tonight.
what you just said, what I just said, more concise. Listen to her.
This is.
That's what I meant.
I do feel as if this is the deepest rumorville of all of the rumorvilles that have ever rumoredvilled.
This is a rumor too, but at the
So-
same time, we were talking about how Twitter
Deep downtown in Rumorville, yes.
deep downtown in Rumorville.
So he got tweeted at him. Somebody said, Stephen DeKnight, I know you're busy with post on Pacific Rim Uprising, but I thought of you and I thought I'd ask. I know you're a comic book fan. So, which by the way, just because you're a comic book fan does not mean that you should be directing the movie. I know that's like now become the
Like
standard.
that's
but-
the thing now.
Yeah. So if the right circumstances came along and the script was engaging, would you ever consider or be interested in directing Man of Steel 2? He wrote back and simply said, Elena,
Up and away.
that was the entire thing. And now people are like, he's directing the movie.
Freaking
Like, oh my
out.
God, he's totally directing it, 100%. Stephen DeKnight, oh my God.
For sure, he's the next one.
produced Daredevil. He did such a good job producing Daredevil. He's going to do such a good job
By
with
the
Man
way,
of Steel 2.
Yes,
I
get
feel
offered
like
to do.
Daredevil and Superman are such similar characters.
Yeah, they're so similar.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, one. Yeah, it's
Well,
I'm not
they're
saying he wouldn't do a
Ben
great job.
Affleck.
But Superman is such a Superman is such a
7
huge
degrees
deal,
of
man.
Affleck.
You can't just
Yeah.
say I'm doing Superman. You know what I mean? Like no matter what you produce, like that's why it's so hard. Everyone's like feels like there's not a good Superman movie. There's a lot of people that criticize the Man of Steel because it's just hard to do because he's such a fan favorite.
It's not that hard to do. All you have to do is not make Superman kill his own father because of a dog.
I agree.
I'm so bitter still.
I agree.
And everybody's like, that's not what happened,
I'm like,
Roxy.
it
and I'm like,
is.
I've watched the movie 50,000 times.
I'm like, Superman, you could have easily went over there.
You could have done that. Why did you send your dad back?
Devastated.
Why?
Devastated
You
by it.
POS.
I'm like, you're so fast. But
That's
you're
a piece of shit.
But you're so fast.
I know. You're just so fast.
No one would have seen you.
It's rude.
He's like, don't. He's like, okay, father. I'm like,
Okay.
no.
So rude.
No.
Disrespectful.
I don't have much of a feeling on how he would do as a director for this. I don't know.
I don't know. See, it's good to say. It's amazing that you could actually say you don't know about something.
I don't know.
I don't know either. It could be great. But
Just
he,
don't know.
but he has to get the offer first of all, and he has to take the offer.
Yeah. Wonder Woman 2 filming in the UK this summer. Summer is how Bostonians say summer. I'm so sorry for I had to translate there.
Thank you.
You know, how's your summer? How's it going? And yeah, the UK. Any thoughts on this? Waiting till this summer, it being filmed, them starting in the UK. Just seems pretty standard to me.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna film at Warner Brothers. I don't know why that's really news because we just kind of assumed, I probably would.
Just a personal beef of mine. Like, man, I love my Brits, man, but they just taking over every movie. Man. There's gonna be nothing but British actors all over the place.
What do you got, Anthony?
What's the time period for this film?
Cold War.
That has been pseudo announced.
Yeah.
It is. We're not exactly sure. The
It's
80s.
assumed
What's
that
on
it's
the
going to be
rumor
Cold
mill?
War.
But originally I had heard World War II. Then I had heard 60s. Then I had heard 80s. So
The Cold War would make sense because World War II, I think, would be too
Close to the
it would also just be so heartbreaking for her.
Yeah.
And experiencing that heartbreak with her, I think in our current political climate would just be too much for a lot of people. But seeing her having gone through the heartache of seeing what people are actually capable of, and then now having it be the Cold War and her just saying, never again.
yeah.
I can see that, the empowerment
that.
that comes later. That would make more sense to me.
I agree. And a lot of people are kind of echoing this, just saying like, yeah, this wasn't that. I mean, it's news. It's one of our only bits of news. But
I was just wondering, like, does the UK scream out Cold War to you, like, for the setting wise?
Well, I
Well,
think it's mostly that they're just filming there
on set.
Yeah,
they're
the
in the
giant-
actual Warner Brothers sound stages.
Yeah.
to save money
Yeah.
instead of shooting.
It's where they shot
here.
Harry Potter.
Yep.
So I don't think that means that they won't do something in the United States or something in Iceland or something in whatever,
They haven't announced their on-location
shoots, but
Yeah,
just they're
that's
starting there doing that.
But it makes sense because if they were filming Wonder Woman in LA, everybody would be... British people are kind of more like, you do you. We'll see it when you're done. In LA, we're like, show me everything. We want to
Yeah.
see what you're doing right now.
That
Like,
is true
get out
though.
of
You
here.
can just make a movie over there.
If you had to code name this movie, what would it be?
My favorite code name for Agent Carter was Nylon because of the time period,
yeah.
nylon stock. So I
Yeah.
feel like probably something Cold War related that's also feminist. I don't know.
Let us know
Shoulder
in the
pads.
comments below. Shoulder pads. Jeez Louise. This is when you know that it's a strange news week. When I start adding videos from Facebook about falling in love with Momoa.
Oh,
This is a real video that was created. It is a 2-minute long video.
if I had
about-
created it, it would be 2 hours long.
It's about the 9 reasons that you will fall in love with Momoa. I have to say, it's 10 reasons?
10 reasons.
10 reasons in 3 minutes.
I thought it was... Oh, so my 9 and 2 was actually 10 and 3.
DJ got it.
Whatever,
10 and 3.
Sometimes, yeah. Okay, well, it's 258. Well,
there's a
it's 3.
million
It's
reasons.
really 3. I thought it was 9. 9 steps to fall in love with Jason Momoa. I was right. 9 steps. Hit play and you'll see. Don't
What does
correct
that
me,
man
Anthony.
like?
You are right. It was 3 minutes, though.
Yeah.
A lot more than you
You were both
think.
right.
9 steps to fall in love with Jason Momoa.
I think the only step is look
Okay.
at Jason Momoa.
So,
Yeah, that might be
acknowledge
that
so
might be 10
basically,
steps.
Anthony, you can
immediately.
turn this down and kind of put it in the side for us for a little bit. Basically, what this movie does is shows him have muscles, drink beer, throw tomahawks, shoot arrows, and do it all effing perfectly with a smile on his face, loving life. And it just
I like half of those. I like archery and beer, but I have no muscles and I can't throw a tomahawk.
he's just like seems like
I have
somebody you
nothing to
want to
offer
grab a
Jason
beer
Momoa.
with. He goes into a brewery at the end. I just like want to be this dude's bro.
I will say one of my favorite cosplayers who does a lot of Comic-Cons with Jason Momoa
That's awesome.
said that he is her favorite because he always smells like coconut rum. And she doesn't know if it's his cologne or if he just genuinely is always
That's
drinking coconut rum.
Pretty amazing.
I don't even care.
Oh, that was
Either
amazing.
way.
That was
That's
bullseye.
amazing,
That was
right?
a bullseye.
Every
He's
time,
amazing.
every single shot.
And then
Cheese and
just
crackers.
nonchalant.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Frisky.
yeah. And not only can he,
Oh, he's, like, really
not
good,
only
too.
can
Oh,
he
he can
board, but he
skateboard.
can teach his kids how to. And
This
then we
is
see him being a
hilarious.
good father.
This dude is really talented. Dude.
Yeah, and he plays guitar in this too, and like is unbelievable at
People are
all
going to
of
be
the
just like
things.
draining their pools hoping to catch a rogue Momoa.
Seriously.
My favorite comment in the
Oh, the
chat right
vibrate.
now from Not Your Average Bear: Momoa can climb on my face.
Oh, there you
Wow.
Go. There you go.
Well,
Shout out to
this
that
video
comment.
said it was going to
Well,
make
there
you
you
fall in
go.
love. So
I love
yeah.
these comments. These are great comments.
But now we have to call your face the mountain.
Wait, what is this? Yeah, Slow News Week. They could talk about those fans trying to sabotage BP, though.
What?
I don't know. Somebody fill me in.
Oh, are they talking about the fans who were protesting for the Sneider cut? That wasn't really a protest. It was really people just saying we like this movie.
Didn't we talk about that?
We
Trust
already
me,
talked about
they
it.
were-
It was a couple weeks
They
ago.
were raising
They were raising hell.
raising hell.
Maybe.
That's the cut that's gonna. Oh, this movie's great.
Snyder
oh.
died.
Oh,
Seriously.
Black Panther. Okay, so that's a different show, man. Because we're DC.
Did he say Black Panther? That movie comes out in a
Well,
couple.
BP, that's what they were.
Couple weeks.
Oh,
You know, it's a different joke.
Marvel will talk about that.
So
They will.
anyway,
They will.
there is
Like,
that.
anywho.
Without further
So basically,
ado,
you can have DC movie rumors or you can have Marvel movie news. You take your pick.
I know which one I'm picking, and I'm not telling. All right, let's get to some.
It's time for Roxy Striar's TV time. All the girls think Johnny's fine.
Yeah.
Adam's
Look at the
cool,
pageantry here. This is a lot of.
Mikey Christmas time. DC movie news. It's time to talk.
What?
TV time.
That was really cool.
I love Seattle Chaos as Black Lightning, like BP.
Lightning.
So close, and yet so far. I feel like I can just snap so much better with my right hand than my left that it's
Oh,
upsetting.
my left hand is useless for snapping.
Damn you! Are you
Oh, snap.
are you ambidextrous?
That's not fair.
That's not cool.
It's
Oh,
like
You
equally
want to
as
know
great.
something weird that I can do?
That is.
hey, I'm right with you.
And left with me.
Yeah.
Hey! Both hands. All right, let's talk about TV.
Yeah, so we had a bunch of shows that are on this week. I love this time of year because like it just fills my little DC TV heart. We had Flash, Arrow, Lucifer, Black Lightning, Supergirl. We still don't have Legends of Tomorrow because it's doing that weird thing with Supergirl.
Yeah, the switch off.
Which is fine. Whatever. Do you, boo.
I just wish that they would have given more episodes for Supergirl so they could have, because I feel like these are just filler. Like nothing's really happening on
Right,
Supergirl
right,
because they
right.
don't want to start anything that they know that they can't end
Correct.
in 4 episodes.
Yes.
And then go on hiatus for a big chunk and then
Yeah.
come back. So I feel like they were just like, here's some 4 filler episodes.
And there wasn't
Don't
that
forget.
much, like, weird Brainiac. I wanted him more in this Brainiac 5,
Yeah.
man. Like, come back to me. And then, like, finally they got your wig a little better, but then you're not really here that much. So, yeah, that was... Supergirl for me right now is lacking. Luckily, Black Lightning is not.
I like it a lot.
Oh, Black Lightning is
I
crushing
like it a lot.
It's so good.
I love it.
It,
I love it.
I feel like it is doing the best job at having the biggest audience right now because I feel like I could recommend this to like my 12-year-old cousin while also calling my grandmother being like, you've got to check this show
Yeah.
out, which sounds so weird because that makes it seem not specific, and it is very specific, but I
Yeah.
just feel like it's so entertaining.
Because
Yeah.
they do such a good job too. Like the past couple episodes, we've got like the drama, kind of the hard hitting more, like tying it into
Yeah.
realism for the first episode. And the second, it being, you know, this having the drama, but then also now really getting us to settle into the characters.
Yeah.
And then the third episode, they come in with this hilarious scene that you're like, and you can crush comedy in this. So they just
crushed
killed it.
It's a very sensitive time, you know, especially like, you know, in the black community and how things are going, the Black Lives Matter movement and the police brutality and things like that. So when the show came out, they knew they had to be. They had to like attack that a certain way, and I like right out the gate, first episode, you're gonna feel like the plight of the black man and what goes on and how he handles it and things like that. I think the show is at a great point to speak to a lot of people, a lot of the younger people, and a lot of generation about what's going on and how like an upstanding brother, you know what I mean, like principal at a school, how he handles things with the gunman that comes to the school, and like not everything has to be about violence, but it can get to that point.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I just think anybody at this point who's not watching it, why not give it a shot? Because you don't have to have seen all the other ones. It's the one of the DC shows.
Right.
I mean, there's Lucifer and Gotham too, which are standalone, but it's the one on CW that it's like, just watch the first episode. And if you don't like the first episode, you're not going to like the next two. But if you like it, it's so
it just
good.
gets better, I think.
And I don't want to give spoilers for this episode because I know people are still catching up, but like, to me, this was the best. This third episode was the best one so far because I was like pissing myself laughing at
it. Was so good.
Yeah, but it was also super serious at other points. But sometimes
there was
just
one
like,
scene that it was an actual by myself. I laughed out loud, and I was like,
So
"Pah!"
You guys all know what I'm talking about. When she drops that bomb, I was like,
Dinner.
Yep.
Awkward family dinner.
I personally enjoyed the aftermath where Jefferson tried to handle it himself and he
That was
Khalil.
amazing.
Oh my God,
So
that was
good.
funny.
Amazing. I was like, where is he going with this?
Excited.
Yeah, I just was all about that. Arrow for me still is kind of just like it's existing, and I've been on this journey for so many years that I'm like, I'll ride this one out.
Just having a run.
Yeah,
man. That's
I'm like, look, we're not on the island, and we're not in Russia. I'm fine.
Yeah, that's true. I'm so happy to not be in
Exactly.
Russia
I'm like, I'm fine.
or the island.
As long as we're not either of those places,
That's
you
so
do
true.
you.
That is so true. I love that point out of you.
Do you ladies feel that show has like more of a responsibility to carry a lot of things because it was like the first
I
real?
don't feel that
You
way.
don't feel that way at all?
I felt that way when there was only Arrow and Flash.
Okay.
But now at this point, it's like, I think if you ask the general population which one came first or which one's the most important, I don't think anybody even knows anymore.
Right.
I mean, it was, what, 6 years ago? Like, not that that's like forever, but
But in like TV time.
yeah, in TV time, it
that's-
really is.
It's a long time.
Also, talking about Flash, speaking of that second show that came, I actually think that this show is my second favorite right now after Black Lightning. I'm loving Flash because we're in a new location. I think that these shows, like with Arrow, it's like get out of Russia, get out of. So now that we've got Barry Allen in prison and we're dealing with that, it's like my whole mood has shifted. I'm like, oh wow, we're in this now.
Absolutely.
That's where I am. So I'm happy about that. Lucifer did something interesting this week where Lucifer and Cain, yes, that's right, Cain, like Cain and Abel Cain, have to pose as a gay couple in order to like fit in on this certain street.
Gotta love it.
And it was just adorable, and I feel like they actually fell in love, and it was amazing. So shout out to Lucifer, which you guys know I'm obsessed with. Let's get to some of the news. Metropolis. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to get into this. Metropolis show gets a green light. Superman before Superman. So we are going to have another
Gotham,
yes,
but for Superman,
but also not Krypton.
So yeah. I gather that it's not Kal-El, not Clark. It's like Lois and like Jimmy
yeah,
Olsen and like
it's them.
You know what I'm like,
looking.
right?
It's Lois and Lex. So it's Metropolis. Metropolis will follow Lois Lane and Lex Luthor as they investigate the world of fringe science and expose the city's dark and bizarre secrets.
That's very
It promises
interesting.
to show us a wondrous and awe-inspiring city of tomorrow before the emergence of Superman and establish much of the Man of Steel's world leading up to his arrival.
I think they are falling into the same problem with Suicide Squad, which is they're going dynamic characters, cool environment,
Right.
but there's no story. So if
Right.
you're starting a TV show with no story and no plot line, and you're just going, we want to show you the world. Well, it's like, cool, you could do that on a YouTube video with no dialogue. Why am I going to be invested in an entire series?
show? Yeah.
Just because you're showing me the world.
Here's what they said, because they did hear some concerns, and they wanted to make sure that people knew that this was different. They said, while the basic setup might be similar, they're talking about Gotham, similar, fans know that there's a world of difference between the cities Metropolis and Gotham, suggesting that Metropolis will likely have a considerably different tone than Gotham.
Yeah.
Superman villains are also more powerful, cosmic, and rooted in science fiction than Batman's, so one can only imagine there will be much less emphasis on street-level gangsters and crime families in the forward-thinking city. That doesn't make me feel better. I have to be honest.
That kind of made me feel a little bit worse, because it also made me feel like they were like, well, it's not this other thing. It was pitched to us as kind of this other thing, but here's all the reasons it's not. But you told me all the reasons it's not that. You haven't told me what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me think that you don't really know. Exactly. Like, if it was like a Lois, if we're following Lois Lane, and it's a story about her, and about her...
But why is it a story about Lois and Lex?
So true.
But Lois and Lex is weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why it's like, if it was a set thing where we had one character that we're following, and then all of these stories are coming through, and then each week it's a different, like a story of the week type thing, kind of like a Psych type episode.
Exactly
yeah, but it was all focused on Lois. But then when they're saying with Lois and Lex, it's like what? Like a buddy?
Lex is such
thing?
a
Like,
big
what?
character in the Superman lore.
Buddy journalists.
Yeah, because Lex gave a crap about Lois at any point in time up until Superman. Like, what?
They know casual fans know Lex, so they're like, okay, we can put Lex in with Lois somehow. They'll watch because we know Lex is such a big part of Superman lore. So that's what they're doing. You know what I mean? They're like, we're just gonna throw Lex in somehow.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna watch. So I guess like.
Oh yeah, I'm
don't have to
watch
much.
it, but I'm probably gonna watch it. Go, why are you doing that?
I'm in that.
Yeah.
I'm excited
Eat
to
my
see.
popcorn. Like, what are y'all doing?
I'm
So,
heavily invested.
For months now, and I don't even remember if it's months or actually over a year at this point. We've been talking about the DC streaming service, and there's
Which this new show is gonna be on.
Yes, which this new show is going to be on. And there's an article. There's actually a couple articles, but this one's on Cinema Blend saying the DC streaming service, all the TV shows planned. So if you're confused about that and want to check it out, you can a little more. But we already knew about Titans. We've been talking about that for a while. We've been talking about Young Justice Outsiders for the season 3, and those were the two
Harley
I think
Quinn
they were announced
is
with.
the one. Yeah, it's the one that I'm excited about.
Yeah, Harley Quinn, which will be interesting to see if in any way, shape, or form that affects Margot Robbie and her 15,000 pitches that she has right now for Harley
I don't think it will.
movies. I don't think so either. And that's all we got for that.
Well, Flash, little casting news.
No, I'm saying that's all we got for the streaming.
For the streaming,
service.
yeah.
Like that just to me seems kind of like I need more.
I feel like they're going to stream everything, that those are the ones that are only exclusive to the service, but that they're going to be like, hey, this is your location for all things DC. Here's all the CW stuff. Here's all of the other stuff. Here's the movies.
I need them to say that out loud. Say that. Say that now. Say we're going to give you every single movie that
they
DC,
can't say every single one.
We're going to give you all the animated movies. Say we're going to
say something.
Yeah, see,
they can say that it's like your one-stop shop for DC entertainment,
but it's not if it's not. It only is if it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if they have the majority of things, and then they can, even with licensing, same thing as Netflix or Hulu, switch them out. So then on the streaming service, this is available for this amount of time, but then this is rotated out.
I just don't want to keep coughing up my $12 a month for every single service. I'm just like, oh, I got that message on my phone this week from Netflix. We're making your subscription more expensive. I was like, I'm gonna do it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
I even had the Netflix DVD service for as long as they offered it, and I was like, why am I doing this?
Yep.
I don't ever do this. I don't
anymore.
use this.
Talking about Watchmen, which are you guys Watchmen fans?
Yes.
Excited for the TV show?
That's the first graphic novel.
There we go. We got
Watchmen.
Anthony in the booth to wake up.
DJ's like, yo, what's up? Put
DJ
that on.
Ant's like,
Talk about it.
Yes, Watchmen.
Which I'm hoping that this will be kind of like the Jason Fabok version, because if you've read Button, Jason Fabok wrote Button, which is the Batman Watchmen crossover that is brilliant, and I want that to be brought to life. And I'm hoping we'll have some sort of influence on this, but they haven't said.
I could see that. I could see that. I'm excited about the. You guys know I was already excited that Damon Lindelof is heading this. I'm a huge fan of Lost, and probably an even bigger fan of The Leftovers. I love that show.
That's Jordan's favorite show, Lost. What's up, boy?
Hey, Jordan.
Favorite show,
But again, which version of Cap are you? Because then we'll talk.
Oh, damn.
Just kidding. Just kidding. But talking about Watchmen, they got their director, and it's not a surprise because the director of 2 Leftover episodes will be reteaming with Damon Lindelof to direct this, Nicole Kassell. I wonder if that's how she actually says her name. It's not spelled Castle like a castle. It's Kassell. And just giving her credit where credit
actually
is
gets
due.
Cassell.
Well, because you know what I mean? Like, Castle? But, like, it's
Cassell.
not... I don't know. But...
Castle.
Those... that show's amazing. So I'm excited about that. And just any kind of Watchmen news that they can bombard us with, that makes me more
And I
more
love
excited.
Leftovers. I feel like tonally speaking for Watchmen, that'll be a really good one too.
Yep, I agree.
Right.
Talking about Gotham because Gotham has been a show that I've come back on here every single week being like, but when? But when? Because I know you guys have footage. So finally we know when. March 1st. That's when it's returning. What makes me a little nervous is that we are returning with full-on Joker situation going on. I love Cameron Monaghan, and I love him on Shameless.
I love him on Shameless.
And his Joker performance has sometimes been spot on and sometimes left desirable things to the imagination and whatnot.
It seems
we'll
like it's a
see.
directing thing, though.
Yeah,
When it's
yeah,
different,
I don't think
it
it's
seems
him,
like it's not him. It
Absolutely.
seems like when they have different directors come in, that director
Absolutely.
is like, no, be like this time. And he's like, but last week I was like this.
That
You
is-
can only do what you can do as the actor.
That's a
Yeah.
good point. You
So
got-
I don't
It seems
know.
like it's not ever inconsistent within the same episode.
But I'm
it's
glad-
only from episode to episode that I'm like, who is directing this man?
There's
And
gotta
telling
be
him
a
to do
director.
these different things.
The director would come in and be like, no, I want it like this. And he would have to change
And
it.
because
can
he's
hear
a
the
good
director
actor,
being like-
he listens to the director.
Yes, and the
Absolutely.
director's like, well, my Joker would
Yeah.
do.
Oh,
And,
God, yeah.
So it kind of is all over the place, but I'm excited for the return at least because I was kind of getting nervous.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's a combination of our friend Evan Mack and the Joker. That's how it goes. This news, you guys notice every time I transition, I get nervous to like talk about some of these items because they are so weird, and I'm like, let's talk about Glee right now, which is just not the not a place we want to be this week. But actually,
we
this is a good story to talk about.
You're like,
meme
both
that.
of us.
Well, just because
Seriously.
I feel like I feel bad for this actor because he's a Glee vet and his name is Max Adler in real life, but he played the bully on the show who then, if you actually stuck with the show, ended up coming out of the closet, had this amazing arc, was not the bully any longer, and there was a lot of great things that he did. This is such a huge moment in his career. You know, he's coming on to The Flash, and he gets cast as a possible villain, but like that was obviously overshadowed by other Glee news this week. So I do feel for him because it's like, you know, he probably was just so excited and then probably felt like, now I can't really talk that much about it. But that's unfair, so we're going to talk about it.
I feel like he can still talk about it because he didn't do a damn thing wrong.
Definitely.
So we will celebrate you and your career, sir.
Definitely.
Because
I agree.
I don't think that you should have anything that you have done tarnished by somebody else's poor choices.
Completely
real
agree.
talk.
He's going to be playing Yako Birch, who happened to have a fascination with setting things on fire. But while Legends of Tomorrow was able to utilize the flame-on heroics of Firestorm and Mick Rory's Heat Wave, we're not so sure that Yako will be wholly interested in helping anyone but himself.
Boom, boom, boom. And Flash is like, let's get lit.
Yeah. Honestly, bring the pain of Jordan. Like 70 people in the chat today were talking about you're the queen of puns.
You were the pun queen, though.
So
for
don't
real.
even stop. And now you have a lot of claps.
I feel like I'm on fire.
Well, you were lighting it up.
She's on fire.
light it up.
But don't steal her thing.
Well, listen.
Keep it going, keep it going.
But don't steal the
Light
thing.
it up, up.
I'm listening up.
So good for him. Good for him. There was an iZombie little teaser that I actually haven't seen yet, but thanks to Ivan in the chat, he just said it. I'm so sad that I missed this because you know I'm obsessed with iZombie. Did you check this promo?
I haven't seen the promo
I guess
yet.
it was 2 days ago. I don't think that they promote this show well.
They don't. They don't. And you know what? It made me very upset. The most promotion that I feel that it had was when everybody was talking about Bright, and I was like, that girl who's the elf kind of looks like iZombie.
No,
and I was like, when is iZombie coming out?
You don't see
and
anything.
That's the only reason that I thought of it.
That and Robert Knepper this season not coming back because of the sexual allegations. So I was like, ooh, these are bad reasons to be getting pressed to iZombie. Like,
bridges falling down.
This show is so good.
Man.
Why isn't it getting credit where credit is due? It's just a weird place for it to be on the CW and be a DC show, but people don't really
And you
know
can't
it's
be
a
called
DC show.
iZombie and then let it die.
That's true. She's dropping knowledge, guys. Dropping knowledge. All right, that was our...
I liked it.
Don't end the show on that. No.
Well, that was our Rumored Phil amazing
Damn.
DC movie news /rumors/TV is life show. Until next time, we're going to have so much stuff to talk about. Hopefully this a week. Because it's almost Valentine's Day, so we might get some...
Valentine's Day
we
for the
might
ladies.
get some information. That might be close enough. In the meantime, Evan Mack,
Yo, what up?
where can people find you and your friend Jordan?
Man, listen, I appreciate it. Listen. Last Black Son of Krypton. Y'all can find me at Evan Mack Lish on Twitter. Yo, just look up my boy Jordan Colson. Listen, at Sheepdog Drinks. Holla at your boy, yo.
You're making a joke. Sheepdog.
Sheepdog Energy Drinks. Jordan Colson is your boy. Holla at him.
Okay.
You can get on it too.
How
you
much
can get
is
on
he
it too.
paying you? Elena, bring the pain of Jordan. Where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Elena Jordan and on Instagram at that Elena Jordan girl. And also, I'm going to put it in the comments too, but
Okay.
kind of some sad news. One of my friends who worked for DC, her dog got sick and has to have some surgery. So we're setting up a GoFundMe for if you can help save the little bubbins.
Indeed.
He's got a tumor in his spleen.
Oh, God.
And he's the
That's
sweetest dog in the world.
expensive, too.
Yes, and she's taken him. His name is Odin. She's taken him all over the world. They've like got this whole photo series. You can go and check it out, even if you just want to look at adorable puppy pictures. But if you can't help, we'd love you for it.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Well, not that the dog is ill, but that we have people who can help.
That people can help.
Yeah.
Be a superhero.
You
Save
guys
the
are
bubbins.
such rock stars. Don't forget to keep up with Adam Gertler at Adam Gertler, Johnny LaQuasto at Jay Quasto, Mike Kalinowski at Mike Kalinowski, and you can find me at Roxy Striar. We're at DC Movies SK on Popcorn Talk Network. We love you guys, and we will see you next week. Bye. Mwah.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of its owners or principals.